been in production since 2004. The motor's been around since 1999. Wow. This is some old stuff, but then this is also why I want to ride this. And let's do this unscripted, shall we? Hi guys, Nothing to Prove here. Today's a beautiful day because any day one can be out on two wheels. This is a beautiful day. I finally, for the first time, get to ride the V-Strom 650. Never been on this before. And I didn't bring a script, facts or figures are not on me. Nothing, not even my smartphone. Well, I do have my smartphone, so I could cheat there if I want. But I want to go through this whole face-to-face in one shot and then just cut to the on the bikes, but no editing, nothing on my part. You're getting the rough action, unedited, my version of this bike, and I'm guessing as to what everything is. All right, let's get into this. First of all, the motor, the SV650. I say SV because in 1999, that's when Suzuki first started making this. They then put that motor in this in 2004. So 20 years as of this filming, this motor has been in this thing and it's bulletproof. Sure, you can see the little problems over the last 20 years, 25 years if you go all the way back to the SV, but nothing to worry about, nothing to write home about. This is one of those bikes you buy, just do regular maintenance on it, regular service, and that's all you ever do on these bikes. Yeah, you will have the occasional problems with, you know, 1 in 100,000 guys was complaining about something, but you always get that. Now, power, not bad with the old SV650. And how does this compare to the competition? Now I'm pulling up the chart I looked at yesterday. What other bike stands out with this? It's the Versys. Yeah, it's the Versys 650. In price, in power, and even in engine size. Except that's the parallel twin, but that's the even firing 180 degree. This is even firing 90 degree V-twin, so they have that same sound, but this sounds better, in my humble opinion. Bulletproof bike. Now, how is this powertrain on the street? The roll-on is pretty smooth. Okay, it's the SV650 motor, of course it is. But this transmission, I think it's not quite the same as the SV650. It feels a little different, a little shorter, and I don't know why. I don't know if they've changed it or not. Somebody please post below and tell me what's the difference, if any, between the SV650 and the V-Strom 650 transmission, if there is. I feel like it feels like there is. But overall, this clutch engagement is real early, but this thing it's got 50 kilometers on it. It's a brand spanking new bike. So here is where I'm just like, okay. I'm breaking everything in, so nothing's smooth. But the roll-on, oh yeah, the shifting, you can do this so relaxed and casual with this transmission and motor. The motor is 25 years old. This transmission I know is at least 20 years old. If it's the same as the SV, then it's 25 years old. But overall, it's so smooth, and so you can tell it's a parallel twin. No problem. This is getting, you know, the 645cc parallel twin. This is a peach of a motor, and it's a shame if Suzuki stops making this motor. I hope they never stop, but this is supposedly the last year of this V-Strom 650. I don't know about the SV650. That's a good question. But this, for bang for buck, you cannot beat this bulletproof motor and transmission. And the smoothness and the torque delivery and the power delivery is so smooth and linear. It's so controllable. I considered the V650 back in the day, 25 years ago, when I was doing track days, when it came out in 99, and I chose a Ninja 600 instead. It was a little faster, so you know, back then I was looking for speed. So I got the Ninja over the SV650, but a part of me always regretted getting the Ninja over the SV650, even though it was a slower bike on the track day than a Ninja, but it was easier to ride and more fun to ride with the power delivery and everything. So this power delivery with this SV650 is getting nothing but 2 thumbs way up. Boom, boom. All right, I've been on this bike for less than 5 minutes, and already I'm doing 120 kilometers per hour, 75 miles an hour on the highway. The vibration, oh, very nice. Almost nothing in the left hand, just a tiny bit in the right. Same thing, left foot, nothing, just a tiny bit in the right. How does it compare to the 800 V-Strom? Oh, a lot less vibration than the 800 V-Strom. But that's that offset 270 parallel twin. This is an even firing 90-degree V twin, so it's smoother. So you don't have to offset that vibration. So that's understandable. Wind protection. I'm in a little pocket. It's hitting me right here at the top of my helmet. Okay, my arms are outside of this bubble. Both arms, both legs, well, half my legs. I can feel it coming down. And the wind noise is tolerable. Yes, I would wear earplugs. But I am in a little pocket here with my arms getting cool. I like that. I never thought this would be this good on the highway. Now, the windscreen is 3 position adjustable, but you need a tool. And right now it's right in the middle. I would probably want it all the way up, although it's only going to go up, what, 15, 20 millimeters? So it's like, I don't know how much more that would help in reality. So vibration, wind, the screen, wind noise on the helmet. I don't, okay, now if I sit way up, now I feel more on the helmet. But if I'm lazy, which I normally am, and we all are, we want to be fairly comfortable, right? Okay, I gotta get over, let's pass this guy. Oh, the roll-on's kind of nice. So overall, I would give this 2 thumbs up on the Autobahn, considering what it is. Boom, boom. Still haven't cut anything. Let's go right into the suspension. I have no idea. These are, I have no idea what these are, but I do know they're non-adjustable. And right side up forks, I think they're like 43 millimeters, I would guess. I would have to guess with these at 300. They're a little bigger, but they're not 320s, so maybe they're 310s. I'll put it up. And these are, yep, 2 piston Tokikos. Yep, that feels about right. And radio mount there, yep, and cable. Oh no, that is wired, yep. And then wires for the clutch. And then coming back here, is this 1 or 2? This is that's a 1 piston back there. And I think this looks like about a 240, 250, something like that. Now, what I do like about this suspension is this right here. That is invaluable right there. I love it, no matter what side you put it on. I prefer it on the other side, but this side's okay too. Give me that every single time, OEM. Now, how is this suspension on the street? The suspension is soaking up this rough road here. I'm pleasantly surprised with these right side up forks. Interesting. Okay, and those were speed bumps. Didn't notice them at all. Okay, I gotta go down to the speed limit. It's 55 here. Okay, or it's sorry, it's 50. But overall, this suspension feels solid in a corner, confidence inspiring, good for beginners, good encouragement for beginners. How was that rear brake though? Okay, I need to bed it in. This is a brand spanking new bike, so but it had good feel and feedback. Let me try it again. Can I? There. Yep. I know when it's going to lock up. Okay, that's good. Can't complain. And the front Tokikos. Oh yeah, very very nice. Make sure there's nobody behind me. Now let's try it again once we get through this. A good hard front brake, shall we? Oh yeah. Oh, not bad. Good feel, good feedback. A little stiff. Yeah, for 2 pistons per monoblock, you're gonna get, you're gonna need more force to exert, and that's what I expect with this. But brakes for the money. So you can get into this here in Germany for 9K right there, depending on how much you want to negotiate and what your dealership is willing to give you. For that money, I cannot complain about these brakes. They're getting 2 thumbs way up, boom boom. Now the suspension. Okay, again, budget suspension. That's what I have to remember here. And let's throw this over. Oh, it likes it. No problem, no complaints. These things are, this is a bulletproof bike through and through. Okay, they're a little, the rear got a little wobbly, but nothing to write home about. Nothing. I cannot complain or criticize this suspension for the money. Now that's what I'm comparing to, guys. We always got to take that into account. Is this suspension like a KTM or the BMW or the Triumph? No, it's not, but you're gonna pay a lot more money for those bikes, so you got to compare apples to apples. How does this compare to the Versys? This feels lighter than the 650 Versys for some reason or another, especially in these corners. Boy, maybe I need to ride the new version. Oh yeah, it's getting updated next year, or is it already out? Oh, I have to look, and then I'll see how this is. But as this V-Strom is for the last 20 years, this suspension and brakes for the money, 2 thumbs way up, boom boom. Coming back to the rest of the bike, yeah, this is so huge. We can do away with that because you got a catalytic converter under there. Although this looks very nice and tidy. Here you can put the hard cases on there. This is the XT, so you can put the cases on there. If you want the top case, I think you have to put another plate on here, and then you can put the Suzuki top case on here. Of course, chain drive, everything looks normal here. I think this is 835. I'll have to put it up because I'm off script here, guys. And the passenger seat looks good, nice and roomy, no problem. I would stick a passenger on that, a normal size passenger, no problem. I think this is 20 liters filled up. That number I had to look up, the weight. 216 for the XT and 213 for the non-XT. Say, what are you getting with the XT? Handguards, engine protection, and spoked wheels. Probably the spoked wheels are the heaviest part of this, because this engine protection doesn't look very durable. So you got 3 kilos for spoked wheels, engine protection, and handguards. Yeah, it's all in the spoked wheels, because usually spoked wheels are about 2 kilos. They're going to add a kilo per rim if you go from the aluminum, cast aluminum, to spokes. You're losing about a kilo, or it's going to weigh a kilo more. How is this, these ergonomics in a little village? Flickability, I know, I wouldn't call this thing flickable. It's on par with the Tiger 900, on par with the 900 XR, the Yamaha Tenere 700. Okay, that's higher, that's much higher. This turns in a little quicker than that, but that flops in because it's so high, the suspension and the front tire. So, because this is what, 150 millimeters of travel on the front and only a 19 inch, and the Tenere is 21 inch and 240 travel. So yeah, you got to compare apples to apples here. And how is this against the Versys though? The Versys feels a little more, I was almost going to say top heavy, but it feels different than this. This feels slimmer, that feels fatter. I don't, hard to explain the handling characteristics. I think I would rather have this in a small town than the Versys 650. Oh, I didn't think I would say that. But they're right there at the same price point, same power, same everything, almost same weight. Yeah. So in a little town like this, with this riding position, this adventure bike riding position, this is perfect for me. My height, my weight, my inseam is 32 inch, so everybody's different, and you're gonna have to see for yourself. But overall, Intown, yeah, this is a great city commuter. If you guys got to run across town and you want this upright riding position adventure bike, perfect bike for it. Low cost, low maintenance, service costs, everything. So your capital investment is the cheapest. Your continued maintenance over time. So if you go keep this bike for 10 years, maintenance is the cheapest, just like the Versys though. So over time, best bang for buck. Yeah, this thing's definitely getting 2 thumbs up from me. Boom, boom. Coming up here to the hand controls, very simple controls there. And of course there, the mirrors, they do work, and they work very well. It's just got this odd shape there. I don't know. Yeah, here, traditional RPM dial. And speed there, LEDs, of course, and then you can control your traction control there, and that's it. That's the only electronic thing on this bike is the traction control. So everything on this bike is 20 years old, except for the traction control, and that is perfect, great. And the fuel injection, the electronics there, and the ABS, of course. But if you guys are looking for a bulletproof bike, there are only 2 bikes in this group, the Versys 650 and this, in my humble opinion, because they're also the cheapest in this group also, and also the lightest on power. They're not the lightest bikes physically weighing, you know, that goes to, you know, like the KTM or Husqvarna, get down to the Yamaha Tenere 700. Yeah, that's hard to beat unless you get the World Raid. Now it's more than this, but most of us won't get the World Raid. Okay, I hope you liked my unedited, unscripted review, guys. It's the first time I've ever done this. I thought, what better way than to do it on a bike I've always known, but I've never ridden. I've always known this over the 20 years. And it's sad to see this bike going out. Suzuki say this is probably the last year because the 800 is replacing this. Would I prefer this over the 800? Right now, I would say I would save the money and get this. Yeah, I would. If you don't need that power, sure, get this. It's lighter, less power, but hey. All right, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this review, and in doing so, I hope I've earned your subscription. As always, guys, ride safe. That's most important. And number 2, guys, ride like there's nothing to prove. Take care. Cheers.